Hello dear students, welcome to the video classes. So in history this will be our third video. So listen and see carefully. You can pause the video and note down important informations. Okay? Thank you. So let us begin, and today we will be focusing upon the drainage system of the Harappans. In our previous video, we focused upon the town planning of Mohenjo-daro. But today, we will focus upon Harappan city, and the main emphasis will be drainage system. Now, what is drainage system? You know, these are the drains, okay, coming from the houses, getting connected to the streets, and the street drains getting connected to the bigger drains, so that the wastewater will move out of the city and houses, and city may remain neat and clean. So why there is so much importance given to the drainage system? Drainage system, it prevents water accumulation, which can encourage mosquitoes to breed, causing diseases. And drainage system, it guarantees a healthy living if properly managed. So we find that Harappan cities, they developed a well-planned drainage system. This is one of the striking feature of Harappan cities. And every house was connected to the street drains. It was mandatory. The town planning was so fantastic that every house, its water, the wastewater, it was going through the house drain to the street drains. And how were the drains made? Well, the evidence shows that they were made up of mortar, lime and gypsum. These water, lime and gypsum, they are water resistance. So drains won't be damaged so easily. And another important feature of the drainage system of Harappa is they were covered with big bricks which could be lifted easily to clean the drains. Today also, when you move into villages or even in cities, you will find that drains are there, but they are not covered. They are open. All the dirt, smells, flies and mosquitoes you will find all around. I think the Harappan people were better than us. They were more aware of the hygienic conditions. So we find that the drains were covered with big bricks, and which could be easily lifted up, so that if any blockage is there, so drains could be cleaned up. And for sewage from the houses, pits were provided at either side of the streets. What does that prove? That the people of Harappa, for their morning call, they were not going outside in the fields. In their own houses, they had their toilets, and the sewage was connected to these toilets, and this sewage was then connected to the gutters, the pits, either side of the streets. So here we find that people were not going out for nature call. They were having their own toilet systems in their homes. Wonderful. It's wonderful. And we see that very long drainage channels were provided at intervals with sumps for cleaning. The main city drains, as they were constructed, on their way there used to be sumps, means a big cleaning area where wastewater could be collected. Big holes properly made with bricks, and wastewater was collected there. In smaller settlements such as Lothal, the houses were built of mud bricks and drains were made of burnt bricks. Imagine, so much focus was given upon the drainage system that houses could be made up of mud bricks, but the drains need to be made up of burnt bricks. Such strict rules were there. And we find little heaps of materials, mostly sand, have frequently been found alongside the drains. Today also, those who are involved in cleaning the drains, they collect the waste and keep it at the side of the drain. So same thing we find uh, at that time also. Heap of sand have been frequently found. This shows that a proper cleaning was done from time to time. Okay, so this is a very interesting topic, drainage system of Harappans. So a question may come, define the drainage system, then you have to define all these points and they are sufficient to score full marks. The Great Bath, another important feature of Mohenjo-daro. The size of the Great Bath, it is measured 11.8 into 7.01 into 2.43 meter. Okay, on Citadel, some special buildings were built like the Great Bath of Mohenjo-daro. Such buildings were used on some religious occasions or on public gatherings. This is what we assume. The Great Bath was a large rectangular tank surrounded by corridors on all four sides. And there were two flights of steps on north and south leading into the tank. The tank was made watertight by laying bricks on the edge and using mortar and gypsum. There were rooms made on three sides of the tank, with one room having a large well. The water from the tank flowed into a huge drain, and across the lane there was a smaller building with 8 bathrooms, 4 at each side of a corridor, with drains from each bathroom connecting to a drain that ran along the corridor. So it is believed that, it is assumed by the historians that this big swimming pool like structure called the Great Bath was used for some religious purpose. Even today also, we know in Indian culture, in our culture, people go and dip into the water for some kind of religious cleansing. So probably this Great Bath, which was built on Citadel, the upper town, and probably on some occasions people went there for some kind of religious cleansing.